What's up, friends? We're here to check out the new EP by Tyla, WWP. Big fan of Tyla's stuff. I think she's a really great singer and artist. We'll be looking at this from the perspective of a producer and songwriter. I've been in the midst of my own release for an upcoming album. I'm doing a song a week for that. So if you want to tune in, make sure to like and subscribe. We'll be going over kind of like piece by piece of this album, and because of copyright laws, I'll be keeping like very short snippets of the songs and then talking about kind of what's going on in the music and what I like about what's going on in the music.
Where I rotate, I'ma put you in your place. Bad girl, no delay. Baby, let's shake. I don't wanna stop.
So one thing I'm loving about this song is the collaboration between the different artists. I really love that back and forth. Also, the diversity of instrumentation is really cool. On her first album, we heard a lot of keyboard being used. Here we got a lot of guitar going on. I really like the bass tone that they found. It's really interesting, really fun, and a great bass line as well. And then the cool kind of really in the background choral vocals are awesome.
I just wanna back it up on beat. Say your name in key. I know
that song is sick. I think the chorus is great. It's very danceable. It's very exciting. I really like the different instrumentation that they've used, and I really like the super distinct percussive sounds that they've found for this song. There's a lot of just really weird percussive sounds, and I love when people are willing to take risks in terms of that. I mean, Tyla, with her hits, with Water, with the last album, could have gone in a really, really safe direction. I think she's not going in that direction. The team that she's working with is not going in that direction. I think that's really smart to diversify, still stay within the general vibe, but take it in a super different direction. Okay, next up, we're going to check out Mr. Media.
it's a caddy, but I like to twerk. They gon' love it if I like it first.
Man, the beat on this song is so sick. It feels so syncable, and her voice on top of it sounds fierce, powerful, and like pissed in a really cool way, but it still makes you want to just like get down. Oh, it's great. I really like the choral back and forth, call and response thing going on in that chorus. I think it's so fun.
Mama, why, Mr. Media, why? I just said I was fly,
Yeah, solid song. Love the percussion on it. When I say syncable, I wanted to explain that real quick. That means I see this as a song that would play really well synced to video. It's called kind of sync music. I feel like this would go really well in a movie or TV show. Sounds like something that could definitely be in a TV show like The White Lotus. I don't know if this was already in The White Lotus, but it seems like something that would fit kind of that eerie island vibe. That's the impression I'm getting from it. I think the beat is nasty. I love that type of sound in the beginning. It just sounds intense. I love how clean her vocals sound on top of that. Tyla's just a supremely talented vocalist, and the rhythm that she uses to play against the rhythm of the song is really cool. Mr. Media, why? It's great. It's so cool. The next song is It? Very excited to hear that. Loving how this is all coming together. I love exploring just like really weird drum sounds on my stuff, so I love how weird the drum sounds are on this little EP. This hook is probably the best hook I've heard from Tyla since Water. It's so sick.
Oh, yeah, I mean, no, I can't leave. Dancing alone to look right on me.
The kick is so interesting in this song because it's like it has a clip distortion on it, and it sometimes sounds like the clip distortion is just in the general master of the song, which is something you normally want to avoid while doing a master, but this one just sounds so powerful, and it never distracts from the overall energy of the song, so I'm not like upset with it. It just is not common for how you would construct a song in a master. love the weird clipping of vocals throughout this song. I've been doing that a lot for my latest project that I've been, coming out with weekly songs for, especially my latest song, Over Dramatic. You can hear it. There's a lot of clipped vocals throughout the verse. And I think the way that they're implementing it here is really cool by making it kind of front and center. In a lot of hip hop tracks, it's more something in the background as someone's rapping on top of it. Here, it's very prominent. It's very, hey, this is the bridge, is just chopping up the vocal and doing fun things with it. And it makes it feel very dancey and very fun. And I love to hear that. I just think this is a great track. It's definitely single worthy. It's definitely big. It's definitely powerful. Feels very radio, which, yeah, love the energy from it. There's just really dirty energy in a lot of the percussion throughout this EP so far, and I love that really dirty energy. I feel like there was a bit more of like this cleanliness, a bit more of this calm in the storm, even though it was very danceable in the last record, the last album that Tyla put out. And I like that for this upcoming LP, there's a lot more intensity, a lot of dirtiness, even though that vocal is still sounding very clean. Although the vocal is sounding fierce this time around, which is a little bit different than what you would expect. So, digging it. Bliss is the last song here.
Take me out my mind.
This is the most calming of these 4 songs. It feels most like the first album. Still has a lot of that excitement in the percussion, but it feels more like what we would expect from the first album, which I like.
When you look me in my eyes, I see further than hindsight. Take me out my...
I really appreciate how much more control Tyla has over her vocals this time around. Always had really good vocal control, but I feel like she's just maturing and enhancing her approach to her artistry in this, which just sounds awesome.
Never found it. Lovely paradise.
Great stuff going on with drums in general on this project. I think Tyla is really on kind of like it almost feels like the bleeding edge, like the cutting edge of where we can go with music, especially for someone who is a pop artist, really blending that divide between Afro beats and pop in a super exciting, super cool way. Very fun artist. It's funny to me because as a consumer, I heard Tyla's music, got such a big thrill out of it. I thought it was so great. And then I saw pictures of her and I was like, wow, this is a good looking person as well. And I've talked to people who have never listened to her music, but just seen her as a public persona. And I think that is hilarious because to me, the selling point is not the looks. It is 100% the music. The music is just so dominant here. And I think it's so fun. It's so interesting. And it makes me want to make more music that is inspired by Afro beats. So far, I've very much stayed in kind of the hip hop and like lo-fi inspired hip hop realm. A little bit of trap influence as well. But I haven't really taken a deep dive into the Afro beats genre, and I just love it so much, and I think it's so fun, and she makes it sound so fun and so effortless. So just gotta appreciate that. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this little EP. If you have, I'd really appreciate if you like, comment, share, subscribe. Also have a Patreon. If you have specific suggestions of things you'd like to see me react to or cover, please let me know. Releasing music every week, daily YouTube videos. Check out my song Over Dramatic, which came out this week. Thanks so much. Catch you on the flips.
So over dramatic, I can't help myself. Yeah, you're my